Yes, folks, it breaks my heart to say this, but Terrifier 3 has been canceled on Twitter from somebody who said that if we watch it and you like it or you watch it, you're a bad person. You're a very bad person on Twitter. What's going on, guys? Yep, just doing a little impromptu discussion video here. This was actually something that we were considering doing on the Sunday Scaries this week, but alas, we did not do an episode just due to the lack of horror news out this week. And we decided why not get the Monarch review out for you guys so you can know our thoughts on that upcoming TV show. But our buddy Evan over at Rockland Graves Productions did a fantastic video, basically getting all of our thoughts and everything about what was going on with this Terrifier 3 controversy that's been going on. And yeah, I reached out to him and we started talking a little bit more about it. And I decided, hey, I really want to say some more about this. So yeah, do me a favor, show his video some love, because honestly, if he hadn't posted it, I don't know if I would have actually sat down to do this, because that really motivated me to get in front of the camera. So what exactly is going on here with this controversy for Terrifier 3? Well, to put it simply, there was a post on X, formerly known as Twitter, just blew up over the last few days. Tons of people in the horror community have been reposting about it, sharing their thoughts on it. Essentially, and I'm not going to show the poster's name. They don't need any more clout or come up, as they say. They basically just said that if you go and support this movie, you're supporting child murder. And where do they get that idea from? Well, they get it from the teaser trailer. And since the teaser trailer is officially out, we can kind of talk about it a little bit more. Yeah, so we already did a breakdown, but to refresh your memory on this, the teaser trailer basically depicts a little girl waking up in the middle of the night, going downstairs, seeing Santa Claus at her Christmas tree, and when she goes to say, "Oh, Santa," and get all excited, we reveal that it's Art the Clown. We get the logo of Terrifier 3 officially announcing that, yes, it's going to be a Christmas movie, which I know we're all excited about. And then it cuts to Art covered in blood, sitting there eating milk and cookies. Standard Art the Clown shenanigans. This, in and of itself, being a teaser trailer, was made for the sole purpose just to get fans excited and let them know that, yes, Terrifier 3 is going to be a Christmas movie. It's going to be changing the setting, it's going to be changing a lot of things. But we still get good old Art the Clown doing what Art the Clown does best. And it was really just for fans of the franchise. To which this person in their post says that they're a fan of Terrifier 1 and 2. And, I just don't really get why they would take this teaser so seriously. Because let's be honest, with it being a teaser trailer, we don't even know if we're going to see this actual event play out in the film. A lot of times, teaser trailers for movies that aren't even shot yet are just that. They are just little teases, just saying, hey, movie's coming out, it's in production, get excited. But no, they decided to take this and run with it and basically say, yes, if you watch this movie, if you support this movie, you're trash and you support child murder and you're a terrible, terrible person. Because yes, horror movies and films in general have never killed children before. But really, all jokes aside, and that just being an outlandishly stupid take, we do need to talk about this a little bit more. The Terrifier films fall into the subgenre of slasher films when it comes to their horror influence and what they kind of brand themselves as, but they also fall into the category of shock horror. And shock horror is essentially just this style of horror or filmmaking that is just that. It is supposed to shock you just by what you're seeing on screen. It is supposed to show you things that are depraved and things we don't see from normal R-rated horror content. This is a subgenre that was extremely popular with films like Hostel and even the Saw films when they first started coming out. And of course, you have even more extreme examples like a Serbian film. There are so many more that I could list, but I mean, this isn't anything new. And in fact, the thing that I think sets Terrifier apart is that yes, it has shock horror elements, and yes, it is still very much a slasher, but There's a lot of good story, especially in Terrifier 2. We have talked about it at nauseum at just how well constructed the story is for Terrifier 2 and just the characters it introduces. Like Sienna is seriously one of the best main characters in a horror film in recent memory. We love following her. We love seeing this kind of dichotomy between her and Art the Clown as being these kind of two main opposing forces. And I'm really excited to see where that story is going to go. So for them to sit there and call this just nothing more than a disgusting, shock horror, like we're just doing this to get it in your face, it just doesn't sit right with us horror fans. And that was a huge part of Evan's video that, again, really got me inspired to talk about this because, yeah, he's right. There's so much more to love about Terrifier than the gore and the guts. In fact, another recent film that does this really well is a movie called When Evil Lurks. And yeah, I saw a ton of people, and me admittedly wanted to be one of them. I didn't do it, but commenting and posting pictures of that film and saying, hey, if you think Terrifier is crazy, watch this because yeah, if you want to talk about child violence, there is a sequence in When Evil Lurks that is just fucking absolutely nuts. Like it's insane. But again, what sets that movie apart is just how well constructed the story is, how well constructed the lore is. And I'm working on a much larger video for that film that I'm hoping to have up in the coming months because there is just so much to love about When Evil Lurks and just what it does with not only the brand of shock horror, but also the possession style storytelling in general. I don't know. I think I'm just getting really sick and tired of people using the Terrifier franchise as like the new whipping boy for, oh my God, these movies are going too far. They're pushing the envelope in all the wrong ways. They're ruining us. They're, poisoning the minds of our children. And I mean, if we're going to be honest, there's nothing we can do to stop that. People are going to have their opinions and we're going to have ours. But I think to take something like Terrifier 2 and just the honest to God accomplishment that that film was and just the success that it brought to not only horror but the film industry in general and whittle it down to just being shockingly gross for the sake of shockingly gross and gory, it's just stupid. It's just very simple-minded thinking. And to have the gall to sit on your high horse and sit there and say, "Oh, I'm not watching this movie because of this teaser trailer, and if you watch this movie, then you're a terrible person and I'm going to block you and you should block me." It's like, shut up, for real.
Oh, be serious, would you?
Because I promise you, if you talk to more horror fans and more film fans in general, we need more movies like Terrifier. And I'm not just saying like for gory, gut fest slashers. Like it doesn't all have to be that, but we need films that aren't afraid to push the envelope. And that's where I think that When Evil Lurks is a perfect comparison to this because again, it pushes the envelope but tells a really interesting and deep story along with it. And I think in the current cinematic landscape where it's just superhero movies and blockbusters that are flopping around every corner, it's just refreshing to see a weird take, just like an interesting idea from a filmmaker get brought onto screen. I really do think that's where the culture is headed. I think that we're looking at more oddball films taking storm and really becoming what people are out to go see. Now, I'm not sitting here saying that, they need to kill children. I'm not sitting here saying that this movie needs to go for it and show that little girl getting hacked to pieces. Believe me, I'm a dad, and I think that would totally disturb me. The scene in When Evil Lurks totally disturbed me. But again, when that's not the central focus, when that is just a small piece of this overall wonderfully constructed narrative, that goes a lot further than just shock horror. That goes a lot further than just guts gore for the sake of guts and gore. And I think that that's in general where we need to go with this. I think that that's where people need to land when we talk about this discussion as far as what is going too far, what is pushing the envelope too much. We need to be able to sit here and say, is this just doing it to be shocking or is this serving a greater purpose? And again, it's just absolutely childish to sit there and rip people down for liking what they like and being willing to give a filmmaker a chance to show them something absolutely mortifying and scary but also give them a bit of a platform to say, hey, this serves a greater narrative. Like I said, I just wanted to throw my 2 cents in on this. This was something that has kind of been eating away at me for a few days. And again, thank you, Evan, for making your video. It really, again, got me motivated to sit in front of the camera here and just express my thoughts and opinions. I've kind of just been screaming at the camera for 20 minutes, so hopefully I can cut this together in some kind of, you know, tangible format. But to sum it all up for you guys, yeah, Terrifier 3 is not getting canceled. It's just kind of unfortunate that some numbskull's tweet decided to blow up out of nowhere and create this whole Terrifier 3 controversy that we've been living in the last couple days. But I think the bright side from it is that, again, it gets us having this discussion. It gets us having these moments of reflection to sit here and say, where is the horror landscape now? Where is the cinematic landscape going? And I just hope that by the end of this, once we actually do sit down and see Terrifier 3, even if that little girl gets chopped to pieces, I just hope it serves a greater narrative. And I very much entrust the team at Terrifier, Damien Leone, all the people behind it, that they are going to show us something shocking. They're going to show us something unique. And overall, they're going to show us something that's hopefully, I truly believe, going to take the cinematic landscape by storm once again. But yeah, guys, that's going to wrap it up here for me. Thank you so much for sitting down and listening to me ramble. If you like this video, please hit that like button. It'll definitely help boost it up in the algorithm. You guys really liked our breakdown trailer for Terrifier 3. And yeah, we're not done with Terrifier content by any means. We're planning a pretty massive video to come out in the coming months. So keep your eye out for that. But other than that, we got a lot of great stuff on the channel. We're going to be seeing Thanksgiving tomorrow, getting you guys an early review of that, as well as I'm going to start breaking down each episode of Monarch Legacy of Monsters, going by week, talking all spoilers, getting to talk all the Godzilla nerd stuff that I absolutely love to gush about. So, alrighty, guys, that's going to wrap it up here for me. So, until next time, I am Dylan Newell, and remember, stay scared.